Is it just me or the lo-fi is way different than usual? Let me try to find something else before we start. Christmas lo-fi? Pass that. Let's see. Pew pew. That seems more like what we're used to. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's go. So this sounds pretty good. All right. Hey, good morning. Good beginning of the week. Hey, so what's up, guys? I haven't even waited 10 minutes or anything. No, just straight into it. We love it. We're back. We have quite a lot of job to do. Last week, basically, we removed the frame rails underneath the floor pan. That was quite a bit of a job to do. There was plenty of stuff going on in there. And today, really simple. We're just cleaning stuff up, and then we're gonna take a look and try to put everything back together with the brand new parts we have. Snoozing the ads for 5 minutes. Yeah, so basically that's the idea here. This week we're gonna try to finish both frame rail. I started that pretty badly yesterday because I didn't stream, because basically I was addicted to Tarkov. Oh yeah, but yeah, no, honestly, that was like right now everything's going so fast. End of the college, so my class, they are getting to the end, so there's a lot of things going on and stuff, and I'm defending myself right now. Why? But yeah, no, so basically a lot of things going on right now, but we're gonna try to push until Christmas on the car as fast as possible, because after that we're gonna have fuel system and a lot of things going on. In a few weeks, we should receive also coilovers and big brake kit, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to wait to install them. First of all, because the brake system is right on the hub where the coilover is gonna be welded to. In fact, everything comes brand new with a CNC machine, the hub and everything, so that's pretty awesome. In fact, it's spindles, they are called. And then since we will have them, we will be able to put everything in place and make sure that we do some proper brake lines in there. So this is really awesome, which means also engine might wait for a while again. But yeah, I don't know how that's gonna be. I'm hoping before 1st of January, but realistically, I think it's gonna be more mid-January that the engine's gonna be back together. However, I'm pretty sure that once it's gonna be all assembled, it's gonna be ready to throw in that car, because we're getting to the end of the few little things we still need to do, which is pretty awesome. And finger crossed, Haltech ECU is gonna be out by then. So with that said, let's dive straight into it and start cleaning up the frame rail and start looking on how we're gonna weld everything. Last week when we took a look at this, we were basically having a plan of splitting up. So I have one part over here, let me show you. So just to go over it again, this is the parts we need to install on both sides. They are going from the floor pan to the main frame rail at the front where the engine sits. They are adding quite a lot of strength in there. And yeah, so basically we have that. However, right now it's not a perfect fit. Why? Pretty simple. There's a lot of things that happened to that car over the years, which mean even with taking good measurement, like there's parts that are not quite open enough and stuff like that. So basically we're gonna have a bit of a hard time fitting those. However, the idea here, as you can see, it was just spot welded all over here, but there's just a few of them. We are probably going to grind them and just split the three parts, because this is one part, second part, third parts, and we're gonna assemble one side at a time, closing the box, making sure we have just not too much of a gap in between those, so that we're gonna be able to make a solid weld on it. So that's the idea here. We're gonna see how this is going, but yeah. Oh, that's true, I was saying that, but however, technically I need to add some welding from the inside here to make it rock solid. So we might be splitting that, tack welding. Oh yeah, that's the idea. We're probably going to split that in three parts, tack weld those two corners in the car, then tack weld everything to its place, remove everything, and weld that from from outside of the car, and then re-adding that back in place. I think that could be a good idea, I think. So let's see, we will discover it all together this morning. So let's go. Dual side. Dual side. Hey, there you go, the butt is working, thank you. I was afraid there. Okie-doo. So, as you can see, quite a lot of things going on in here. So this is pretty much where we are going right now to work. Like I'm saying, a lot of things. We need to cut a bit more at the end here. Basically, whoop, losing a earbuds. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna need to cut a little bit more at the end here, just to make sure the new frame rail is going on top of that. So we're gonna take a look at this, we're gonna cut it and make sure everything's fitting pretty well. So we have the good one in here. Idea is, if I'm going here, measuring the gap I have between this and this, I should know the amount I need to bring that in here, or that on top here. So that's what we're going to do first. We're gonna trim that, and after that we will see how this is going on here. So only thing I've noticed is that I gave my friend a 60 millimeter like measurement here, and it seems like he did it at like 56, 56, which is a bit like too thin. It's not wide enough to just go on top here, so that's something we're gonna battle a bit, I think. Idea right now will probably be to, like I said, put the first part on top here, maybe even the second part in there, and see if we can just tack weld like in three spot, close it a little bit so it bend on top of that, and then at the bottom just tack weld the plate, so that we don't have a lot of gap to fill in there, because that's the idea. We don't want to fill a lot of gap, we want it to be pretty close, so that we have like, it's gonna be easier to just weld through it. And if we can do that, that will mean I will be able to weld these face, this edge really well on the bench instead of in the car, knowing that from what we did on the other side, welding from under it is not my my strength. It's not my most valuable skill. This is like probably the worst thing I'm doing right now. So yeah, that will be like a blessing to just be able to weld that like this on a bench, because that will be super easy to do. So let's see, let's go. So cleaning that, taking measurement, then cutting that edge. So let's start by cleaning a little bit. I'm still sick, by the way. Last night was pretty rough, so just warning you. It's been a while since I wasn't like sick. Well, it's not sick. Last night I didn't feel great, but usually, you know, you're sick and then it's gone after a week or two. Now it's been 3 weeks, and like I don't remember having something like staying with me for so long, so that sucks a little bit. All right, loud noise. Good morning, Mrs. I want to take off work to play some video game. How you doing this morning? Good morning, Hawk. Ayaya, 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 let's go! Called me out, let's go. Oh man, honestly this morning though I'm super hyped to work on the Datsun. I started a bit later because basically I plan on doing maybe a 4 or 5 hours straight on the Datsun. And you know why I'm hyped to work on it? Because I feel like I did something this morning. I basically went on and played some Tarkov and finished my killing on customs. So one map down, a few more to go. But do not worry, we will do yours too. This is so disgusting. We will do all your kills. You got this too. All right. Loud noise. Loud noise. All right, I'm getting trolled by the bot. Maybe because he want me to say, are you available tonight, Hawk, to play some video game? Cause I will be I'm gonna play for sure. So just so you know, if you want to jump in, we will be probably in my Discord again. So feel free. What's going on in here? I see something I don't like. Okay. Yay! Love it. Love it. Loud noise. Why the filter stopped by himself when it never said voice? Drill sounds like voice, I think. But like, it's not like I've stopped and it to, I don't know. Loud noise. Why it's, oh no. Loud noise. All right, I'm gonna change the word. I'm gonna be so messed up after that, but I'm gonna change the word. I'm gonna put 2 words instead. That's gonna be easier for the bot to not throw this up. And where is my mouse? It's there. Oh, I've changed my keyboard and mouse over the weekend because they were pretty much dead. Right, there we go. So I'm gonna say that the voice, instead of being voice, I'm gonna say focus voice. Two words with quite a big difference in the way. Okay, that seems to work. Okay, let's go. Loud noise. Focus voice. Oh yeah, it worked. Okay. And that should help. Let's try that. Loud noise. Hey, it's working. Let's go. We love that. Improvement. You want to know something, chat, that's going to be quite difficult later on? The cleaning I'm doing right now here, we got to do this all over the engine bay once we're going to want to paint it. So when we're going to be ready to paint, it's going to be a shit show to clean that up. So, yep, part of the game. All right, let's keep going in here. We might be welding that edge here because I don't think this is cool that this is like so soft in here. This is the floor pan, so we might just throw a bit of weld in there so we can just make sure everything's in place. All right, so now this is done. I'm gonna grab something to measure up the gap. So the caliper will be a really good tool to have if I can find it, because I've used it and now it's gone missing. Is it back in its spot? Of course not. Of course. Like, why would it be, right? Not here, not there, not over here. I can see shit in here. Not there, not there. Oh, it's probably, yeah, I remember where I put it last week and said, oh, I'm gonna forget about it if it's there. It's right on the hoist leg. Let's go. Up, up, up. So, now the idea here is really to know exactly how much material we need to remove to put that in here, actually. So that's gonna be something different to do. Like that, like this. And now if we are right at the back here. Hello there. What's up, cochonnet? Comment vas-tu? C'est drôle, je savais, je me doutais fortement que c'était toi, ce hello there. Right. There we go. Yep, that will make sense. Oh, that's gonna be more than I expected to remove there. 54. Yeah, 54 millimeter. Let's just make sure that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's maybe too much. It's hard to tell here. Pretty much there. Pretty much there. So, with that said, that does mean we have to cut on up to there. So we're probably going to cut before that and see if we can just blend them together. So that means I can cut the welds in here without being too afraid of it. We have a bit of spare material at the back. We might be cutting that too, in fact, to adjust, to make sure we're going right on the spot we want to go without also going too far on this, because this is tapering towards the inside. So let's make sure. Ça va bien, encore malade. Un peu, ce qui me tanne légèrement parce que je trouve là, après 3 semaines, c'est assez là. Puis j'ai comme une rechute cette nuit, tout ça, mais bon, sinon le reste, ça va très bien. La vie est rapide à ce temps-ci, je trouve. Tout va trop vite. Mais, part of the game. All right, guys, let's go. Let's try to grind that. So we're gonna be cutting right on the edge of the welding that was done in the first place in there, and make sure we're going all the way through. Well, not exactly, because basically we have a double sheet metal layer there. There's a double layer in here, and first one is the original frame rail. Second one is basically, don't know if you will be able to see it, but there's a first one in here and there's a second layer there, and basically that second layer was the add-on put on top here. So, oh no, not true, opposite. This frame rail at the back here has been replaced, so that means this one in here tapering inside here is the new one, and that on top is the old one. So we're gonna be messing up with that a little bit to make everything fit together. So yeah, let's do that. Loud noise. All right, one thing I'm gonna try is maybe to just grind the welds. They don't seem to be super deep, so maybe I will just try to remove the weld themselves so I can remove that outer edge here, which is part of the old metal we removed, and keep that as clean as possible, because this is the brand new material that was put 10 years ago, brand new. But yeah, so that will be good material to weld on, and this is going inside towards that. So we're gonna try to fit all that together. But yeah, let's try that. Loud noise. Loud noise. All right, so as you can see, we are getting under that panel there. So this is what we're aiming for. Normally, we should be able to connect towards those welds. We're probably going to buff them out just to make everything smooth again. So that's the idea here. So right now, I'm gonna just keep going, go to the other side and try to remove this entire bottom piece here and just make sure everything's clean in there. So here, I don't know if we're gonna have to also remove this one. I think so. I think that will be a good idea, because basically, yeah, this is not really welded to anything. Oh, it is welded to the floor pan. So we're just going to cut it a little bit in there and re-weld that after we fitted the brand new parts. Hey, there's an access hole in here with an edge, a super sharp edge. Wow. All right, let's do that. Loud noise. Loud noise. Focus voice. Oh, it's back. Okay, cool. Hey, it's done. We removed that edge there. I'm gonna grab something to clean that up. Oh yeah, we have that little thing there to remove. Maybe we can just remove it with the plier in here. I think there's gonna need more. There's gonna be something more to do. From the back, am I able to get access to it? A little bit, but it's not great. So yeah, we're gonna try with the buffer a little bit, and then basically once we have removed that, we're gonna be cleaning what's left of the welds, and then we're gonna start test fitting our things here. So we have a bit of rust in here we need to take care of. I mean, it's probably going to stay like this, and we just need to make sure where we put our brand new parts is sliding right in between everything here. We're gonna be, like I said, tack welding that sheet metal from the floor pan to the other part of the floor pan at the bottom here, and probably reinforce that a little bit before closing it. So that's the idea so far, so let's just keep going. Loud noise. All right, so there we go. Here we have exactly what we want. We are pretty much done here. We're gonna clean welds here and underneath there on the other side too. And then after that, we're gonna take a look on how everything's fitting. But so far, basically, you can see the idea here. So we're gonna have to cut a little bit of things here, but pretty much this is supposed to fit on top here eventually. So I'm gonna take a look and make sure it is. So yeah, let's go. Let's grab a thicker wheel to buff those welds. I think it's gonna be over here. Yes, it is. Gonna grab that. This way we're gonna be able to make that work. Is that a 5-inch? Yes, it is. So we're gonna have to remove. I don't want to be removing the protection plate there. Let's grab the really thick one. That's 4.5 inch. Oh no, it's a 5, but it's probably small enough now. And I forgot to bring, not sure it's small enough. Front cam. So, I almost died. Basically here, this is 5-inch, so I might have to remove the protection behind it, which is not great. You're not supposed to do that, kids. But I will, because I'm a freaking badass. But this is what we're going to use. Hey, good morning everyone who joined. We're going to use a really thick wheel to just grind those welds. I've seen your welds. For Christmas, you're gonna have a buffer. This is gone. 3-point shot in the garbage. Yeah, we're gonna have to remove that. Don't tell OSHA about this. Pump, 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 pump. Here, that. All right, let's get back inside the car. Loud noise. All right. Hey, looking way more clean now. So, um, so, frame rail clean here. This is the old new part. So this is when I asked a body shop to redo the floor pan on this car 10 years ago. And now we need to fit that on top here. So basically this should come somewhere around here. And I think this is really showing me that we need to untack this, because there's no way this is going to go on top here without me working something out. So we're gonna take a look at this and try to make it fit even better. So basically, as you can see, we can pretty much break the welds. I'm just going to grind them quickly, just cut them, and then we're gonna be good to basically add one plate at a time and tack weld everything together again to weld it on the bench. So I think that's the best idea I can have right now for that. I might be cleaning that here now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, so basically this is the idea. Let me grind a little bit more, a few things I'm seeing in here, and then we're gonna move on to the workbench. Loud noise. I had a plier. Keyword being I had. I can't find it anymore. Where did I put my, oh, it was underneath. Hey, hey, magic. Now you see me. All right, so now that's way cleaner here. We should be able to do something with that. Let's go to the workbench. Front cam. Front cam. All right, let me do a little cleanup here so that we have space to work. That. And this is not used at the moment, so might as well throw it in there. Well, let's go, improvise workbench again. So this is not used. And there we go. So basically here, what I'm gonna do is change the blade again on the buffer, and after that we're gonna go and cut basically the welds just so we can split everything. And yeah, split everything and start working one part at a time on the car. Ideally, we end up with something coming back looking like this, but just adjusted to fit the car. So maybe tilted a little bit more, maybe like different things in there that could make it better. So I think I'm gonna close them like this and like that so that we can work like this. Gonna grab the tool to change the blade. There you go. And then, whoops. Let's put that back here. Let's put that disc on. And it's gonna be trial and error from here. But yeah, basically we're trying that on the cleanest side so that when we're gonna be on the worst side, we will have a good idea of what to do. So let's go. I'm just going to cut these spot welds in here, so that shouldn't take too long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them on this side. One being already broken, so just 5 of them, 6 on the other side, and we're done. So loud noise. Alright, so for those who think, oh, like he said he will split them, it's like it's gonna get split and now it just seems like it's still in one piece. Reason for that is usually when you're cutting welds like that, you're not searching to like go all the way through because you're gonna remove good material. You're searching to just weaken them so that you can smash it to split them up. So that's basically, like you can see, there you go. Everything got weaker and weaker, and now I can just split them up like this. So this way, you're not damaging materials or anything. You're really just working with what you need to work with. Like your basic material is still in there. It's really just the weld that we weakened so we can break them. So let's go with those plates in the car now. I'm gonna just make sure the cam is back to its spot. There you go. Dual side. That's dual front. Dual side. There you go. Now that's the one. So I hope I'm not screaming since I still have my ear protection on. All right, there we go. Let's put that here. So with that done now, we have every parts we need splitted. So I can see that here I'm gonna have to do a cleanup. I'm gonna be removing a brake line here. So if you want the big picture here, we're going from there, which is visible, to up here, which is visible. So we're gonna have to remove that, and we have to clean up a little part here because basically this is where this part is going. So we're gonna have to clean that up and make sure the gap is less apparent here. And I think we're gonna have quite a bit of work to do also on some parts there. So I'm gonna have to smash that a little bit because this one has been cut and is pushing out a little bit. So we're gonna smash that towards the inside. But other than that, we are pretty close to having something good in here. So we're gonna be cleaning that edge because I'm probably going to tack weld that quite a lot. Welding that here, and that will mean something pretty good happening in there. So I feel like I'm gonna have at some point to bend it towards the inside. So we're gonna have to take a look at this, but first of all, let's clean that in the front here. At the back, we should be pretty good, to be fair. I think fitting that in place is gonna be the hardest part. Like here, pushing that up. Yep, I think that's gonna be the hardest part there. Let me grab the hammer again. Yeah, we have a weld in our way here. That's why we cannot go higher than that. So we're gonna have to remove those welds for sure. And see how we are putting that on top there. I just don't know how I'm gonna even cut them actually. Because other than that, I think it's gonna go straight in its place. Maybe except that part here, but even that, I think we might be able to get in between those plates. So we'll see. I will try to split that to see if it is working. Not sure it will. We'll see. Let's try to split that, but yeah. So basically, if I can put that right on top here and then work my way with the other one, we're gonna be able to close the gap at the bottom with pliers and stuff and C-clamp and just make sure we tack weld everything to its proper position. So let's do that. I'm gonna bring a big ass screwdriver because there's the brake line bracket to remove. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I said big ass. This is a big ass screwdriver. So let's remove that. If it wants to get removed, I think we're gonna have some fun. I think that's not going to be super fun. No. New. Oh, got it. Incredible. A lot of pressure needs to be applied to it, but it is getting out. Let's go. Didn't even break that brake line. Let's go. Win. Let's grab a sip of coffee with that. So from there, we're gonna need to cut these brackets there. Make sure we clean that up. Gonna also need to make sure we are going through that here. Let me try it. Can we split those two? Yes, we can. This way we should be able. Okay, there's a weld in there. We might be able to just go ahead and slip the new part right in between here. And if it's coming to the upper edge there, we should be good. Maybe one weld we're gonna have to cut. Other than that, should be quite fine. So I'm gonna just open the gap a little bit so that if we want to try to cut that weld, we should be able to. And then that means the new part will slip in and we're gonna be able to weld it towards the other part there. So yeah, let's cut that big chunk there, and we're gonna have to clean up a bit of thing in here, but we shouldn't be too bad. Gonna clean that also. There's a little thing in here. Oh, it's a plate. All right, part of the frame rail. I guess it doesn't matter really. Cool. Let's try that, guys. So we said the one in the corner here, and then after that, oh yeah, I had to smash that. Sorry for the loud noise. Loud noise. All right, so that's good. Now let's grab the grinder and just try to split those welds and clean that. Let's go. Loud noise. All right, so basically here I just marked the metal piece because I can see that there's something in here preventing it from going to its place. In fact, wait a sec. Is that just that? No, I think it's even further back there. Maybe. I'm gonna try to open up the little, there's a piece of metal sheet folding on top of another one here with the floor pan. I'm gonna try to maybe just open that gap a little bit before cutting that, because basically I just feel like it could slip even a little bit further on it, but it's just not making it right now. So we're gonna try to just open that up a little bit, and if it works, GG. If it's not, well, we're gonna probably trim a little bit our metal piece there. So loud noise. Loud noise. All right, see, now that we have done that, it changed the problem from location there. So the problem is really more at the bottom, where I can cut an angle a little bit more, like open up the angle here at the bottom there a little bit more. This way we're not going to hit in here, and so we're gonna have something closing a bit better there, and moving at the back here, everything should be way better with that. So let me just cut that. I think I can do it right here, so gonna try that. Loud noise. Focus voice. All right, I'm not gonna YOLO that and try it right here. I'm gonna go on the improvised workbench for that, just because it seems like it will be a bad idea to mess up a brand new part just because I didn't want to stand up, right? So might as well come to here and do that in a proper manner. Let's just make sure we're not hitting that. There we go. That, and that. Loud noise. All right, so honestly, just remove like 2 millimeters of material just to help the angle there. See what it's going to give us. All right, we're way better with that. It's not perfect, I will say, but we are hitting now on this corner, which is good. We are having a really solid edge inside here, which is quite good. We're gonna have a gap in here where I cut. I would need to do a really a straighter cut, not going that deep down, but we're gonna be okay with that. We're gonna be able to feel that, no problem. And yeah, so from here, I think that's gonna be our first place where we're gonna tack weld our thing. so that we have a reference point, and we're gonna see where we are ending with that. So let's go, let's grab the welder, let's turn off the heater. That here, opening up the gas. Gonna ground, same place we used on the other side. It did work pretty well. Let's try that, and then turn that and see how this is going. Ooh, my nozzle here is so messy. Let's clean that up a little bit before going further on. Shall we? Hey, the cam changed by itself again. Way better. All right. And my welding mask over there. In fact, I'm a bit too quick on that, as I need to put the nozzle back in. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's good. All right. So are we ready to tack weld that? Dual side. Dual side. All right, so we're gonna come and tack weld that in here. Let's just do that, do this. Grab the welding mask, because that's important. So I'm gonna remove ear protection for now. That here, that there, and turn on that. So we want to use the minimum amount of weld in there, just so it's easy cut afterwards. So let's make sure we are really going on the bare minimum. Right, that gonna cut. Cool. There you go. Now I'm just going to make sure I'm applying as much strain as I can. There we go. So now it's not rock solid, but we can use that to make start working on the rest. So that's giving us an idea of where this plate's going to be placed for the rest of the project. So that here, that's what we want. Then we're gonna try to close the other edge on the other side. Yep. So ideally, we're gonna be welding the entire edge here and just hide it as best as we can. But so far, so good. So here, and we will probably need to fold it a little bit towards the inside there eventually. So we'll see how this is going. We might have to tack weld that a little bit more on top just to prevent it from doing that where it's creating a space in here. So we're gonna lock its position probably at least 1 or 2 to 3 times on the edge here. And then after that, try to bend it at the bottom. So we'll see how this is going. But so far, this is the idea. Might be locking that edge too, in fact. So So far that's it, but we're gonna be moving on with the other plate. Because the idea here for me is to close both sides. I should have cut here because I hope I won't have difficulties. I don't think I will have difficulties to access that with the grinder, but like I just added something in my way. But yeah, basically the idea is to place the other plate on the other side and then maybe use a clamp to bring them together and tack weld the bottom plate, like the cap at the bottom on it, and then remove everything and move to the workbench to properly like weld it and secure it together. Yeah, let's go. And I have, oh phew, I thought I had said that everything in like the noisy setup, which will mean you won't hear me at all. Ear protection here. So basically, it's going pretty well. That's all I have to say. Let's go. Let's try to open up those welds. Hup. Loud noise. So right here, I think we're doing pretty good. We removed that weld. That one here seems to be a bit stuck again, like still in there, but we're gonna see how it is slipping in place right now. And this way, we might be able to tell if we need to go further on or not. And I think we're pretty good here. Oh, at the back. That's going. Let's give it a little bit of lovely tap with that. Yo, that one is fitting so well, it's meant. I might have to get inside the car actually and smash the floor pan towards the downside there once we're gonna be welded, like spot welded in here, just because I can see quite a big gap. So we're going to try to make the floor a bit more flush to the frame rail. But yes, so far this is really, really good. And here we seems pretty good. I think we're gonna have to cut something in here. To fit that other panel there. And I think here it should have ended up flush, which means Either we are working on this, but this is like where this is bent actually. So I don't think we're gonna be able to make it more flush really. Only way will be to bend the other plate more towards the inside here, which I mean could be done. Let me bring it just to see and take a look at it. Because I mean, it's just a flat plate of metal, so I can definitely bend it towards the inside, and I knew that was going to happen. So what I mean by that is that we are definitely not thick enough here. So this is where grabbing the vice grip and like the C-clamp and closing that gap here will be super important. But I think I could be going this way and weld that from the inside here. As long as I'm respecting that, it doesn't matter really. I could just bend that a little bit more. Right, I'm going to tack weld the back here of the new one I put in there. We are pretty much on the same level right now, so I'm gonna just secure it to its place, maybe even one weld at the front here, and I'm gonna see if I can make it at the front there, and if so, we will keep going and see how we can close the bottom part of it. All right, let me remove the ear protection again. Always switching between buffer and welder. Just metal worker things. All right, here we go, turn it on. Oh, that's true, wait for it. I'm gonna try one thing before that. It's gonna be to just clamp that here so that we close the gap as much as possible. Are they big enough? Yes, they are. Barely, but they are. Yeah, please. Yes, it's a yes. There we go. Oh, will be a good idea to not cover the area I'm about to weld. They are quite flush, to be fair. All right. There we go. There we go. And can I don't really have access to that. Okay, bye. All right. Let's try that first. There. So we are welded in two places here. We just don't have anything at the top here to help us. So right at the back here, we are way too large. This will need to go way further inside. If we want it to work, because we are just opening a pizza point at the back here like a triangle shape, and that's no good. So I think we're gonna have to make that a bit smaller here. So let me grab a pen here and mark it where I think it should be cutted. Because the idea is if I remove the contact point at the back here, because right now, as you can see, camera is bugging. Contact point is right here, so this is where I welded. I cannot push it towards the inside, but I need to close the gap at the back here. So if I'm cutting it here, I will be able to push it by about, I will say 6 mil, which will give me more space. And if that's not enough, I can move it even further back. I can recut it like here, for example. This is like the limit right here, and therefore that will be plenty. But yeah, the idea here is to maybe go ahead, cut that, give us a half a centimeter of spare material, and then work from there. So we're gonna see how that's going. So that means I need to remove that plate right now. So I'm gonna untack both sides and then move on to the workbench, remove some material, and then come back and try that again. So that we're gonna close the back part here, because right now we are freaking far from it. I mean, I can deal with a bit of space because we have enough shoulder in there, but I cannot deal with everything I see in there. So we're gonna be working that out. Loud noise. Alright, so got it removed. The weld at the back was not accessible at all, but just pivoting was enough, so that's good. I'm gonna be in here just cutting the amount of material I need to get removed there. I'm gonna change the battery, just give me sign that it was almost gone, so might as well just plug it right away and grab a new one, since now we have plenty. So let's cut that. Loud noise. Alright, so already cut. This is something fun to cut because the shape is easy to work on. So basically here now, that means I'm gonna be able to close the gap way more. Yeah, this is way better. I'm even going on top of something else. Now that I've moved, I'm gonna have to trim that edge there. So let's do that right away, because basically my edge here I trimmed is now overlapping the other side of it. So I'm gonna trim that. I'm gonna put the noise canceller because that's quite loud. Loud noise. All right, so it seems like this is way better. We are way closer to the edge there. So the idea right here is gonna be to tack weld it again. I'm gonna focus on the back here because when I'm pushing that, we have quite a huge gap in between those two plates, but I'm gonna be able to close that right after I'm welded in here. So this is the idea here. I'm just going to make sure we are flush like that and tack weld that right there. So let's do that. Let's remove those again. Turn on welder. Bring the gun here. Cut the excessive amount of Schmitz at the back there. And get ready to weld. So if I'm starting at the back, I'm gonna be able to just push the front, basically. So that's the idea here. There we go. So there, like that. Same exact tack weld spot. I'm not okay with the one at the back. It moved down while I was tacking it in place. Let's try to remove it. It's not accessible with that. All right, I'm gonna have to remove everything. Loud noise. All right, now we're talking, guys. So just happened to do exactly the good thing here. So removing the weld and doing it again, I was able to connect them together. Super stiff, everything's now lining up. We had a gap at the top that we don't have anymore. Here we are basically perfectly on spot. Here we had to push it towards the inside, but now we have way more leverage and everything, and we should be fitting way better at the bottom. So the bottom plate, since we cut, will go a little bit over the new part of the frame rail that was installed many years ago, but that means also that we should be able to have a really good edge on top of it. So there you go. There you go. And if I want to close the gap, I will be able to. I reckon this is probably a really good one there. I think I could be opening that up here, just cutting that. But at the same time, we're just going in between. Because basically what I'm asking myself is that we have this edge here going on top of that new plate there, and we're gonna put that on top. So I need to make sure I keep something open there. Because my idea right here, right now, will be to tack weld that flat at the bottom here, just like it was. And then, so basically something like that. and then close it at the top here. Tack something like this will be amazing. So I'm going to try that, I think. Here, here. Yeah, we're gonna have just a bit more space to cover in here. So I think I'm gonna tack it to the other side there and see what I'm doing with that. Because I'm not against the fact that it slips in between and I have a place to weld it to this actual frame even there. So that will just change the direction where it's forcing, which means maybe a bit stronger in the end. Because basically if I'm going here, doing that, I can tack weld that there. We're just a bit more open at the back. That's basically what we were missing in there. Because we are pretty much right in the exact same spot overall. All right, so I think I'm gonna do that actually. Yep, I'm gonna try to use the vice grip to connect it. Hey, Vilbuck! Ah ouais, une ivrogne, la soudure, man. Calendrier de l'Avent, c'est une soudure par jour. Imagine. All right, so if we're going here, there, un vrai ivrogne de la soudure. There you go. The only thing is, it doesn't seem to be straight enough for me to tack all that in place. It needs to be in that box there, that's for sure. Capsicles, yeah, that's gonna be the hardest part here, because basically, yeah, that and you have a huge gap there. Now it's better. Now that could be good. I just happened to close that, and then I need to close this one here. That, tack. Welding that. Ça de autant va falloir que tu commences à fumer un paquet de cigarettes par jour, que tu boives un Monster pour déjeuner et dîner, puis que tu commences à croire que la Terre est plate. On aurait-tu des préjugés sur les soudeurs ici à tout hasard? Un classique soudeur de shop industriel. Tout ce qu'il y a de plus normal. Non merci, je vais faire mon petit Kevin qui pop le VTEC à la place. Right, we're doing pretty well with that. So we're gonna be basically going around. Cochonnet qui trouve ça excellent. Mais yeah, so basically we're gonna be tack welding that again in place. I'm gonna be working that out here differently than it was supposed to be. I'm just gonna maybe bring the second vice grip and try something before welding that in place. Si tu travailles avec assez de soudeur, tu vas te rendre compte que c'est le cas. I mean, t'as juste à travailler avec... Ouais, non, je vais pas aller trop loin, hein. Un streamer ne peut pas dire ce qu'il veut quand il veut. Même si c'est juste du casual streaming. that. This is way better. Cool, and then we're gonna push that up. So I'm gonna be closing this gap here. There, did I broke the welds in here? No, we're still good. Gap on top is not bad. I'm gonna be able to close that afterward for sure. And if I can just move that a little bit, but that will mean that edge there is gonna move. All right, we're gonna tack weld that in place. I'm pretty sure this is the good call right now. So I'm gonna be holding that. Tack, 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 tack. Nailed it. And we're gonna make sure we are closing that gap enough so that we don't have to worry about it later on. There you go. So now my gap is really good in here. And basically this face and the other face are not going to be at the same level exactly, but in the end it is here and it is flat, which is pretty good. So that means we're gonna be able to make it look great, and it's gonna merge with that edge there. So I love it. I really love the way it's turning out. So I'm gonna fix that in place so we can work from there. Turning the welder on, grabbing the gun, gloves. Do I need to remind you that we started with this and are actually doing something pretty? All right. So I'm gonna tack weld the one that's close to the pliers, since we know they are not supposed to move. I think I could be in even a stronger heat level, but for now that's going to work. I'm gonna redo it with a bit of angle. Yep, that's better. I think that's what I'm doing wrong usually from underneath. I'm not putting enough angle in my nozzle, which means the welds try to go right in there and is just falling on top of it. Okay, this is not holding. Let's just do that. Yeah, just like now what I did. And if I had angle, I think it would have been better. The more you know. All right, so now I need to make sure I'm closing that gap here before doing another one. There you go. Not the greatest, but we're gonna work that out later on. What was nasty? The weld splashing on the ground? Yes, it is. So if I'm tilting that, so that's acting better when I give it an angle. One on the other side and we should be pretty good. I will try to stop hitting to the C-clip. Oh, the old part, yeah, the old part was. There's a reason why I asked my welder friend who's not a flat earther and is not drinking 3 Monster per day, like a decent guy, I mean, to prepare some new parts for the project, because yeah, old parts were pretty much gone. All right, I should be able to remove that, and I will try to maybe close the gap here. Let me remove the welding mask for a few seconds. It seems like it, But guess what? He's not working in a really big place just because he wants a decent work environment. So I guess it all checks out. Right, so now I'm trying to close the gap as much as possible at the bottom here. So therefore, we are going to be able to tack weld it and have a proper shape. Ugh. All right. That seems to be still in a good place. There we go. Of course, you got stuck there. All right. Now the back plate here needs to go right at the top there. Gotta take the hammer and try to push that in place. So we're gonna try to do the other side first because it's closer to its spot. And yeah, I think we're gonna have quite a bit to fill in here. But that's gonna be part of the game. Couldn't fit at 100% of course. Can I build it? So right now, moving a little bit further at the back over here where we're gonna close that gap. There we go. I think that's gonna be it. No miracle. There we go. I'm gonna try to just apply pressure here. Yeah. Try to do the sick trick with the welding mask. There we go. So now that we are tack weld in place, let's get to the other side there. And try to fit that on top. Oh yeah, that gap's gonna be nasty to fill. Maybe we'll need a bit of scrap metal to fill that. Like just something to fill the edge there. Because it's a way bigger gap than I expect it to be. Should be able to retack that one, so. Not bad, not bad. I think that's gonna be it, and we will see how the end there is working out. In fact, I would love to just close it a touch more. Just have one final weld there will be amazing, but I think the gap is too big for now. If I can get my head in there. Well, we did close a little bit. and welding that to its final position should be good. All right. Phew. That's quite a bit of a job. So now, idea here is to basically undo the box. Like now we put the box all back together there. We should be able to remove it, bring it to the workbench, and weld the entire thing together. Because now we should be able to remove and put it back in place without worrying of it fitting or not. So I'm just going to mark where that plate here is going, so I'm not welding through that. Just want to make sure I have enough chalk marker. Come on. Yeah, there you go. There, boom. Now I can see it really well. So now I know where that metal plate is sliding in. So I need to make sure I'm not going too far with the welds on this side. But basically we're gonna be welding the entire outer edge here, but we're gonna first of all reinforce the inner side of it. So that's what my friend told me to do, and we're gonna listen to him because he knows those shit way better than me. So we're gonna be untacking the top edge here. We're gonna do the same on the other edge there. We did tack weld, then we're gonna flip it towards the back. It's not going to work with that plate, so we're gonna have to see how we cut those. But yeah, let's try that. Loud noise. Loud noise. Alright, I'm looking for my freaking screwdriver behind me as usual. Now let's just pop that open. There you go. We can see it's getting removed there. Let's pop that. There we go. Now we just need to make sure we can slide that out without damaging the angle of it. And that's gonna be where it's going to be hard to slide this out. We need to remember that we had to hammer that one in place, so that's why it may be a little bit harder to push. And since we're not untacked here, let me try something, but I'm not sure. There you go. There you go, boom. Our box is in our end. So, one thing we're gonna need to make sure is that we are being aware of heat deformation there. That's something that could happen. That's something that, well, not that it could, it will happen actually. So we just need to make sure of that. And I'm gonna take a slight look at this here. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. We have some spare metal of the same material here, so we might be using that to close the gap I was talking to you about. Yep, I think that's gonna be it. So it's gonna help us have some proper material in there. All right. For that, we're gonna do this here. Boom. Front cam. That's you, Chad. Front cam. What is the game, Hawk? I'm curious. Oh yeah, that was a hashtag ad. Beautiful light. Haven't heard of that. I would have been happy if it was season, but the hype of this game is already gone. So I was pretty sure it was not that. Because if it was season 2, that is also a really beautiful French game. All the developers are on his stream speaking French to each other. Lol. That's funny. I could be in there translating, but hey, you know what? I'm in here welding. Because yeah, basically, if it was season, I was about to say a fat ass. Wow, rude. But yeah, basically I was no. I was about to say if it was season, the second game, Flo worked on the trailer of this game, and it's like one of the most beautiful projects I've seen done here in Quebec. So it's pretty beautiful, honestly. It's a masterpiece for a demo reel, which is awesome. One day, if you want, Hawk, I could make you a presentation. This is like a looter extraction like Tarkov, but with zombies. Nice, PvPvE, nice, love it. That sounds good. Yeah, Hawk, at some point I could show you the presentation, like the PowerPoint I presented to the first year 3D animation students, so you would understand my job properly. Because I'm guessing it's still a bit like foggy for you, like not clear at all. Okay, so let's bring the welder. So the idea in here is that we're gonna be doing, let's see, dual side. There you go. So the idea right here is that we're going to be making 1 inches pass all the way through that piece here, which will allow us to basically reinforce the entire structure of this metal plate there without before like welding the entire thing on the other side. So we're gonna be reinforcing the inside before moving to the outside. I'm gonna be starting, in fact, you know what? I'm gonna be starting on this side here, because this one we know exactly where we can weld, and we are going up to those flat part here, so that we will be able to fill that gap in the end. So we can fill that one pretty well, but I'm gonna make sure that one at the back here, we are filling it with more material. Bring the welding! So that's something we're gonna be doing. First of all, let me just take a look at exactly how many of those welds my friend told me to put in there, like those 1 inch weld. He spoke to me not so long ago that content. All right, so you see, this is the idea here. This is exactly what we're looking for in here. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 2 on that edge and like 3 on that edge. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2 passes on the top there. It seems like on his picture they are a bit more than 1 inches, but that was approximate because this is just the drawing tool in Facebook. You think we can go with the E setting there? I think we can, honestly. We are edge to edge with full-on fake material there. Pretty sure we're gonna be okay. Let's try it. Full power. Okay, I'm gonna grab something to cut. the edge there. There you go. So I'm gonna make one on top here, making sure that we leave the gap untouched. So let's go, welding time. I think the heat is no, it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. All right, let's keep moving. I think I'm gonna do 3 of them actually. You know what? Wire speed. We don't have enough wire speed, pretty sure. Yeah, way better. All right, let's keep going. At the bottom here. We just burned the bottom there. Let's go! Pretty weld. Pretty well, don't you? Okay. Let's brush them and see how beautiful they are. Or awful, you never know. Not bad. That one's not bad at all. That one I was moving with an inconsistent travel speed. So like I was traveling through the edge in a little bit too fast. It's really not bad though. The penetration is really good. So we're gonna be moving on to this edge there. And in fact, let me just turn that around and start the other side. Reason for that is trying to spread the heat over the part, because now we have quite a lot of heat going on there with the full power of the welder. I'm gonna put even more wire speed. I think that's the highest I ever been, but let's just try it. So there, is that something we need to take? All right, I'm gonna go there. Wire speed was a good shout. Because right now we are having something way more consistent. It's like it's popping more, but look at those welds. Way better. The consistency of it, way better. Penetration, A1. So we're happy with those. All right, let's do one at the top here. Then at the bottom there. And then really at the bottom there. Damn! We're on fire, guys. I can already bet you that it's gonna be hard to fit back in the car, but we don't care. And I just put a lot of rubber in there. All right, let me grab a picture for my friend to have his opinion on that. There you go. And we have one part left on the other side here. So that one there, we're gonna make one, then we're gonna add a little piece of metal to help the structural rigidity of it without like filling it such a huge gap, because I don't know if you can see it properly, but basically at the back here there's quite a, yeah, you can see it, there's a really huge gap. We're gonna avoid that. All right, let's move on to that. I'm gonna be cutting that a little bit, so no, we went through. Yikes, we did a hole. Let's reduce the heat and fill that hole. Yeah, because here we are less edge to edge. All right, there we go. Easy to fill the hole on brand new material, so that's pretty good. All right, so now that's another reason to put more material in there. Let's cut a little piece of metal. So the idea here is going to be to use that here to just fill the gap in there and therefore have something a bit stronger. So I'm gonna cut that right away here. I'm gonna grab one of the vice grip, well, the C clamp. Whew, bit of smoke in here. It's a bit smoky. That. Doing that and just cutting like a centimeter or so that we can weld it on the inside here and then on the outside. And use that as a support. There we go. And now let's bring that. Loud noise. All right, so little part there, gonna grab the gloves because that's gonna be hot, just like the entire part is right now. And we're gonna be moving on, trying to weld that in here. So idea is really to close the gap and help it be strong. I'm just wondering, am I going this way? Yeah, that will work. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be removing that weld right there just so I can slip it really through it. Loud noise. Alright, so seems like with that done, I'm gonna be able to slip that a little bit more in there. Maybe I can go with the clean edge towards the outside. That's gonna help. Yep, this is helping. Therefore, alright, I still need to cut just a touch there. There you go, and therefore that I can use that to slip that there. Perfect fit. So I'm just gonna use that. Oh, the only thing is, I hope I won't have, like, because of that here, that bump, I might have some fitment problem at the back, like where it's meeting with the floor. So I'm gonna have to reduce that part there. Let me just check. I had a pen at some point. The pen is still on the ground. Let me bring that back. Because basically here, if we're doing that there, I think it will be a good idea to first of all cut that straight, and in fact do that like this and like that. Because yeah, the reason is that I want to fill the gap at the back there, but I'm gonna have the part of the frame rail going on in here that needs to also fit in there. So that's why I'm gonna be trimming that to make sure I'm not having fitment issue afterward. So let's just do that, remove that here. Hey, I'm happy he left me like the spare metal he used, because that's helping a lot right now. You can tell when someone is used to doing custom project and he's like, yep, I'm pretty sure you're gonna need that at some point, because it's not going to be a full-on bolt-on thing. Loud noise. And yeah, the reason I'm leaving that little part here, if that wasn't clear, is that it's gonna fill the gap at the back there. So there you go. This way I can weld on the center here, have a full string on it, and also use that to just have more material to weld onto and fill the gap. So I'm basically really just going to weld the back here, do a little pass on both edge there, and then we're gonna be good to go with that. So let's go. I'm gonna weld that right away. Point. Welding mask. Where you at, welding mask? On top of the workbench. So let's remove that. A new wire. We're gonna stay in the D setting because basically we don't want to have too much heat. I'm saying that just for the back there. but on the center here we're gonna go in E setting because we want to have quite a solid weld there. There we go. Then back to E, to the D setting, and we're gonna do the back. There we go. Boom! And this way, when it's gonna be time to close everything at the back here, we should be able to push everything in place and weld that. So that will be super solid. Let's keep going a little bit on top. Let's go! It's lovely, I love it.
Get to the chopper!
What's up, man? It's been so long. That's my fault. I haven't been streaming much. How you doing? How's job going? How everything? How life? You still alive? I'm alive. You alive. We alive. Let's go. GG. And we're doing some welding because we love that. So there you go, guys. Okay, so now, from now on, we have done quite a good job here reinforcing everything. We're going to test fit that in the car because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have trouble putting that back in. But if it goes right in place, then we're bringing it back to the workbench and welding the entire edge here right there. And that's gonna be cool because we're gonna be doing a shit ton of welding all along those two edges towards the back. And then we're putting that in the car for good. So, front cam. Front cam. There you go. Bonjour, bonjour, tous ceux qui joignent à nous. Welcome everybody joining us today. Hope you're doing well. Few people just came through their lunch break probably, so welcome, welcome. So yeah, custom parts day. We are working on the frame rail and trying to fix what was wrong with it. So if you're asking, but hey, what was wrong? Well, we're adding that to replace that here. Oh, wrong cam, dual side. That was our frame rail going from there to there on the car. Let me just show it even better on the cam. There you go. So yeah, we're connecting from the bottom here of the floor pan to the top here. I think you're a bit too high to really see it. There you go. Now we're talking. Boom. So that, capping all this and connecting the floor rail to the main frame rail of the car. And this is what it was looking like. It was all scrap, it was all bended, and basically it was not happy with its life. So now we have that brand new one coming on top here. But we need to make it fit, because it is not a perfect fit. This is the part my friend did. I gave him measurement and everything, but since he didn't have the car in his hand to work on, he couldn't make them fit perfectly. But we are going to. Hey, that's going pretty well so far. Sorry for the sound. Loud noise. All right, so see, this is exactly what I was talking about. Right now the part is not going exactly back to its place, so we need to move it a little bit further back, and I think the part we added, the piece of metal, is actually hitting on the frame rail, so we need to cut it even more, which is okay. We have the place for it, so that we can gain that space back towards the back, because here we are basically half a centimeter away from where we tack welded it. Same thing with the top here, so we need to push everything towards the back and then move it up, so we're gonna have enough space here. So I'm also going to take time to maybe make sure we have enough space and it's open up enough. I feel like the part did close a little bit when welding it, so we're just going to make sure everything is fitting before fully welding it. So let's get that out if it wants to get out, and then we're gonna be good to go. There you go. Front cam. So yeah, basically because of the heat, it probably closed a little bit here. So we're gonna make sure everything's still in place, and we're gonna cut a bit more metal in the inner part there. So just making sure everything fits well. Loud noise. Voice. I've lost my screwdriver, my flat screwdriver, to remove those parts there. I don't know where I put it. All right, casual things probably right under the welder. Do we bet? No, it's not. Yikes. Where did I put that? Not on the workbench. I don't know where it is. Damn. All right, we're gonna grab something else then. Probably have another one, eh? Hey mate, probably have another one. Yes, we do. So I'm gonna try to remove that thing at the back there. I don't think I'm gonna need the hammer. And I'm gonna see my screwdriver right after that, you know. It's sure. So let me just try to hook this up here. Go, and that. That here. Loud noise. All right, so now we have done that. Let me try to just, maybe just do this and try to open that up a little bit more. There we go. Not much, just a little, just to help us put that in place. Dual side. And we're gonna try to push that back into its spot there. All right, at the back seems better. I really think that we did close the gap there. I think we're gonna have to hammer that quite a lot, because I can see where it's not going to its spot. All right, I'm gonna put the loud filter just because I'm gonna be smashing it. Loud noise. I'm gonna try to open it up a little bit on the vice grip, just so we happen to have a bit more leverage, or just not leverage, but more space to push that to its spot. Because right now it feels like it's just closing a bit too quickly. It's like when it was loose, where it was loose, now it's not, so just gonna try to open it up a little bit. I think that might work. Ow, that hurt. All right, when working with metal, basically, it happens that you're just giving a few millimeters while prying on it, and it's working great after that. I'm not saying right now it's gonna be the case. I'm just saying that you need to go little by little. So we have that gap in here that we are using for that edge there. If it's causing problem, we're gonna remove that. But for now, it seems like it was going to its place, so we're gonna try to keep that. Just like here, we're gonna try to put the pivot point back to its place, like where we were tack welding it. Loud noise. that edge there, that really far corner, banging on something, and I can't really see what it is. So I'm kind of wondering, because basically it was fitting really, really well just before that. So it's kind of weird what it is doing right now. I think I can see it maybe. I'm gonna try to grab a... All right, I need to find my screwdriver I had, because this is the best one to do that. Oh, I just realized this is still connected. No good. No good. All right. Let me try to find that screwdriver back, and we should be able to do something with that. So, pom pom pom, not here, not here, not here, not in here, not in here. Where did I put it? Like, there's no way I've thrown it that far. We were using it right in the car there. I haven't bring that to the front. Right there, I'm gonna grab a sip of coffee and look at this. It's gonna show up. Have another one in here. Oh. I was wrong. It's not showing up. Coffee is not that magic. Where is it? What was there? Oh, I saw it. See, sip of coffee, boom, it's there. Coffee is life value, right? You freaking right. So, let's try to make sure we are not getting grab on something here. So, let's go. Loud noise. It didn't work, eh? No. Loud noise. There you go. All right, I've just seen where it is hitting, and it like there's no way this is something that small. It's just a residue of welds that's in there that was causing the problem, because the plate is less flexible since I've basically weld the structure. So yeah, I'm gonna cut that and it should be good. Loud noise. All right. All right, we are pretty much there. So, two small problem is that we cannot reach that far without the back here getting a super big gap, and we cannot go on the opposite side really, so probably that we're gonna focus on getting the floor pan really there, right to its spot right there, weld that, and make sure we are as closed as possible at the front there, but we will be able to do a really good welding job on the edge there no matter what. So we have plenty of place to weld on, so we're going to use that basically, but yeah, we won't be able to do like a full-on closed gap there. We're gonna have a gap at the front, I think. Probably also we're going to be able to weld that also and close that gap, but just that it's a little thing there that it won't fit 100%, but that's gonna be like really solid no matter what, because the floor is gonna be really right on its spot, and it's gonna be welded to the main frame on its entire way down here. So now that I've seen this, I know we are fitting in there. So like if I'm just matching a bit, we are closed here and we are closed there, so we can weld the entire thing. So there's no reason that we can just go on. And like I said, the gap here that we might be able to see, yeah, that one right there here, we're gonna be smashing the floor pan from the inside. Once we are welded to the frame here and here, we're just going to apply pressure to it to make sure it's closing that gap, and we are able to tack weld it also, or weld it fully, I don't know yet. So we're just going to look at that, and here we're gonna weld that edge because they cut it and fold it on it. So we're gonna be welding that to here. So that way we're gonna have something pretty good. Hey, we're moving, guys. So now we're gonna be able to remove that and fully weld it on the other side here at the bottom, and just make sure we have something solid. Like everything is in place basically, so we can just go on and weld the entire thing, because it won't fit any better than that. So let's just remove it. I hope it's not too loud for you. It's probably quite loud. There you go. And now back to the workbench. Front cam. There you go. Before moving that cam too much. There we are. There we go. Dual side. So there we are. So basically now the idea is to weld that entirely through this, so we have a solid piece of metal in there. I'm gonna take a look if my friend told me something, just so if I'm missing something on the inside, he's gonna tell me right away. All right, he's asking me, I hope you, before doing that, you adjusted the part. I'm gonna tell him that we basically split that in 3 parts, adjusted everything, tack welded back, and yeah. All right. So he told me that we did exactly what we needed to do. So let's go. Professional. So yeah, he was worried I decided to weld the inner part there without adjusting the part on the car. And I was like, dude, I put that on the car like freaking 60 times so far. So it should be good. So now, like I said, we're gonna be welding the entire thing. So I'm probably going to move from this. The center is gonna be something quite easy to see, right? Because I wanna be able to do that part like here, like that, move towards that. So I don't know exactly if I'm doing it on the bench like this, stopping somewhere, then moving, because the inner part here is gonna be harder to do. I think I'm gonna be good. I think I'm gonna be good. And that one, same thing, I can just start it this way, move on, and come to here and switch to the inside. All right, we can do this. We got that. So let's just make sure we have a proper ground. So the back here, it is a proper ground. And let's make sure, well, that's not going to move at all. No worries, it's heavy enough. So ready for some welding action, guys. I think for that one, I'm gonna keep that in D setting and just wait a little bit more for more penetration, because I don't want to put too much heat and have a problem of going through the part. So D setting instead of E, and yeah, I think we're gonna be good with that. So let's go. Cleaning the wire. And I'm gonna start here and move my way towards there, up to here, and here the chalk, we need to make sure we're not hitting that. So yeah, let's go. I think I'm moving too fast a little. Not bad, not bad. Well, let's keep going then. I kind of want to put the setting because it's doing a bubble on top, and I'm like, yep, I can make that better, I'm pretty sure. But nah, let's just commit to that, because here we have a bit more of a gap, so. Yeah, there you go. Too much heat. There you go. So yeah, we are sometimes having too much heat, which cause the weld to go through. So we're gonna make sure it's not happening too much. So yeah, better keep that in D setting. There you go. So it won't be one long full pass because I don't have the skill to do that. So we're gonna keep going the way we are right now. There we go. And now to relieve a bit of the heat in there, we're gonna start on the other side here and move our way up. Then we're gonna come back probably on this side or this side, I will see, but probably yeah, more on this side, and then move our way here and then there. So that's gonna help not having too much distortion from the heat. So let's try to do that. That's one of the longest pass I've ever done. It's not bad. We can see where I had a tack weld in there, but it's pretty well spaced and everything. Let's keep going. Whew. Yeet. Whew. That's a lot of welds. I love it. It's lovely. I love it. All right, can I move that without burning myself? That would be great. Not gonna lie. All right, maybe with that and that. Can turn it around. There we go. It's lovely, I love it. All right, let's keep going. Welding time. So we have just done that. I think I'm gonna start at the bottom here because we did that quite a long time ago, and move up here and then come from here and move up here. So that's the idea. Let's try that. So here, yeah, we're pretty good. I'm gonna cut that. There's a bit too much wire to my taste there. So here we have 2 layers of steel, so I'm gonna blend them here first and then move at the bottom. There we go, and then here. And then second pass at the bottom there. There we go. Looking great. All right, we're moving up here. I was moving it a little bit in an awkward movement there. There we go. A bit inconsistent in the middle there, but overall really good. Sheesh! Are we some welders or what? Let's go. So now from the bottom there all the way up here, so that's gonna be quite hot in there, so gotta watch out, but should be pretty good. There's something that I'm not happy about. There we go. It was like a super deep thing and was not looking connected to the top edge, so I just added a bit of weld in there. Will help. All right, so I'm gonna be moving up or pushing it. I'm gonna be pushing it. I feel like it's working better. Yeah, I'm unsure. Let's try that. Woo! Damn, son! Let's go! That's a lot of welding. How much gas do I have left in that bottle? Yeah, that's what I felt like. We're almost empty. I think I'm gonna need to grab some more this week. Damn, that project's costing quite a lot in gas. Oh. Gonna open a gap in the garage door even though it's cold outside, because right now, oh, it's smoking here. That. Let's just turn on the fan a little bit. All right, there's gonna be a noise a little bit, but hey, part of the game. That's probably, yeah, hot. Even the plier there, the ground is quite hot. Let's go. So, roast my welds, guys. Roast them, you can. I feel like it's really not that bad. Like a bit messy in some spot, but overall seems pretty decent. Here it feels a bit inconsistent, but that's because I was not able to do it in a one go, so I had to do it multiple times. Pretty much every dark spot is where I had to restart the weld, but I feel like that's really not that bad. That part here is really beautiful. That last part we did seems pretty good. So yep, if you want to roast that, go ahead. I'm gonna show my friend. I'm trying to hide a little bit that. There you go. I'm gonna send him that. Let's go. I'm really happy with it. I think it's gonna be not too hard to hide the welding. In fact, like looking at it, I'm pretty sure with a bit of goo, maybe just buffing it a little bit on the car, like just making sure it's a bit more flat, it's gonna work. Like more on top here. In fact, that part here, make it more flat, but that here, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be easy to weld. And now if you're asking like yourself, why is he not trying it on the car? That part is freaking hot. So I'm gonna wait before touching it. I'm gonna make sure we are doing great, and it's colder a little bit. Gonna have to also remove a bit of the splashy part of it. The double pass also here with the added metal is working so good. Let's just grab it from here, just preventing it from moving left to right. Yep, that one here, I'm really proud of it. Like, I will never pretend to be a professional welder or anything, because that takes ages to become really good at it. But I'm really happy, and I can like say proudly that I've done that one. Like that part here, I won't be ashamed to say, hey, I've welded that. It's looking quite good. All right, smoke is pretty much gone. I'm gonna close the garage door and remove the fan because it's cold. No, I haven't said turn it at max power. I said turn it off. There you go. Clunk. Done. Cool. Now let's take a few pictures of that. Right, that last one's quite good. I'm gonna send it to Jeff. Right, hey, moving. With gloves, I think I will be good now, or close to be. Hey Billbuck, I just saw you sent a message there. Oh shit, update, I love it. Let's go. Woo! So that's pretty good. I really enjoy how it turns out. Let's take the gloves again, the welding gloves. And I'm gonna see if I can handle that. So we can see we went all the way through here, which is pretty amazing. That's good. I could throw a little bit more weld at the back there, but other than that, yeah, I think that's the only thing I will say I need to add. Like here, the added material is not connecting on both sides, just on one. So, well, it is from the outside, but I could weld it from the inside and make it super duper strong. At the same time, I wonder if I don't want to keep a bit more flex in there, just so I can put that in place in the car. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Let me grab the hammer. I see something that I want to push down for sure. It's that little thing here. Loud noise. All right, it's not long enough, I'm gonna do it. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, nah, I want it to be good, not just okay. I want it to be really good. So let's try that. Yeah, you got splashed, man. There. Just that's gonna be enough to make a difference. Because if we're jacking the car close to that, I want it to be strong, right? I cannot do that. There we go. There. Whew. Yay! Tant mieux, cochonnet. C'est le fun, c'est le fun. Man, l'avancement, tu dis, aujourd'hui, c'est genre wow! Habituellement, je fais 2 streams, un le matin, un l'après-midi, mais là, dernièrement, mon horaire a été un peu messed up. Mais on avance. Look at this fully welded frame rail. So we're gonna try to basically smooth those welds eventually, but for now we're gonna test fit that in the car, and once it's approved we're gonna be welding that in place, and that's gonna be smoothed in the car, on the car itself. We're gonna probably buy another wheel that we used when we did what? Oh, I think it was when we added the reinforcement on the fender arch. So we should be good with that. That's pretty amazing. So yeah, let's just go inside the car and try to fit that front cam. And honestly, that's the moment where the heat could have distort and like bend the part, and it could be not fitting in there anymore. So we'll see. It's a guess. I've never done something that crazy, so let's go. Dual side. All right. Boom. Merci en passant, cochonnet. Sérieux, j'apprécie. C'est le genre de commentaire qui motive tellement. Genre, ça coûte pas cher à faire. Moi, j'aime ça en faire aux gens, tout ça, mais genre, God, que ça motive. Yeah, I think with the heat it closes a little bit. So I'm gonna be smashing on it, guys, so I'm gonna turn down my mic. Loud noise. How good is freaking that? Bigger gap than expected at the front. However, I've left untouched the last centimeter on this side and the other one there. I'm pretty sure once I'm gonna be welded here, I'm gonna be able to smash it and bend it to close that gap. So that's one thing I did, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna work. So we're gonna close that gap towards the up part here and weld it to the frame rail. Other than that, we're spot on our welding spot here. We're gonna be able to weld the front here and then smash the floor pan to close that gap once we're gonna be welded through here. So that's amazing, honestly, guys. It's working great. It's looking great also. At the back here, once we're gonna be welded on the side here and vertically, we're gonna be able to close that gap also. So pretty amazing. Woo! Full-on motivation there. Yo, that's crazy how good that is. I'm kind of afraid that the other side's gonna be harder to do, but hey, part of the game, gotta do one before going for the second one. Let's try to show that entirely there. Is that a good picture? Pretty good. Showing it on the car to the friend. right. I can hear the heat going into that part and basically doing a little tick, tick, just because it's heating the material on the other side. So I think we're gonna be ready to tack weld it, are we? I should clean the old material, so I should give it a little brush with the drill like I did before anything else, because I think we're gonna have difficulties to properly weld it in place if we're not. So let me just grab the marker again, just give us a few spots where it's gonna sit. I don't have the marker in here. I have another one in here, so let's go. There we go. So we know we're gonna sit here. So we need to just make sure that we remove that line. If that white line is gone, that's gonna mean we have proper material to weld onto. All right. That we're gonna clean the tack weld that we're not using anymore here too. Same at the back. Let's just mark everything. Just making sure that we are clean and ready to weld everything. That pretty good. Pretty good. That's it. Whew. I'm excited right now, guys. That's so good. That's the best thing I ever built, ever. No, I don't build bug, by the way. Everything in here, it's pretty much just metal. The only thing that I could be worried about is the goo I put in there, and even that I'm really okay with it. I know it's no big deal, and it's not hot enough to, it's just like slightly thickening. It's not like burning hot. Good shout though, because if it was the case, that will be something I would be worried about myself. So, all right, let's remove the part, clean everything. On the other side, do we have a lot of edges? Yeah, we do. Let's put a bit of marker in there too, just so we are sure to know where we need to clean our stuff. There. Oh, and also I was about to do exactly what I didn't want to forget, which is, that I didn't need to mark that, which is I want to tack weld, just spot weld a little bit the inner part of the floor pan that is not accessible when this is on. Let me show you once this is removed. All right, you can get out now. I know you're super happy to live in there because you are now feeling like you're a part of the car, which you are basically. But please just get out of there for now, and I'm gonna put you back. Let's go. There you go. So we're gonna do some cleanup, and basically that's the part I'm talking about. I want to just tack weld that and this, just give it a bit of weld like this so we have rigidity on it. And then we're gonna be able to move on and weld our parts. Cool. So I'm gonna need to clean that edge there. Let's do that first, in fact. Loud noise. All right, we're gonna go in C setting for that one because that's really just, even C, I feel like it might be too much. That's really just tack welding it and not like doing a proper welding pass or anything. So we're just gonna make sure we are okay. And yeah, so we won't put too much heat in there. But that, ow, that, I'm gonna try to push it like so, just so we have a really close gap. It's gonna be cleaner. Like that. That. Ow, I received something in my back. And now let's just push on that. Whoops. There we go. And there we go. Nothing bigger than that. It's not for a structural thing. It's really just to make sure we don't have rattle in there, because that will suck. Would you imagine you're closing everything and all you hear is clock, 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 clock because something was loose in there? That's the only reason we're doing all that. No smoke getting out of the car. Gonna take a look inside. We already had a bad thing happening. So let's make sure we're not having our burning wires or anything. Nope, everything's good, no fire, we love it. It's lovely, I love it. There you go. So now cleaning time. What time is it? I've lost completely. Hey, almost 2, damn. Hey, it's been a while. 3:24. I'm gonna take a look at what time the place for the gas is closing, because honestly, I might actually need to go today. I don't have enough gas to finish the week, to be fair. That's as crazy as that. What's up? We've been welding. Is that the one? That's the one. Yep. At 5. Damn, and it's quite far away from home. All right. I'm gonna try to go until 2:30 max, and after that I think I'm gonna go for the gas, because basically I don't want also to refill like a bottle that's not empty, because I feel like that's losing money, to be fair. But right now I think that if we're starting to weld that, we might be having an empty bottle before the end of those welds. So yeah, let's see that. Coffee. Yep. So cleaning, then welding, at least putting that in place. That's the objective, at least having it tacked in place. And then we'll see where we're going from there. I'm gonna also be removing the spot welds with it. So let's go. Oh, I forgot the drill there on the workbench. Loud noise. bringing you over here. See, all that here, we have surface rust, same everywhere here. That's because it wasn't sealed, right? Like basically everything was put in place and welded, but it was like natural metal, natural steel on the inside of there, which is not seeing like weather stuff that much, but there could be humidity and stuff going in there. I'm wondering if I shouldn't be buying some primer, like some sealer to basically prime everything, like clean it, prime everything in there, and then just like just brush the edge where I'm gonna be welding. But other than that, the center part here will be basically painted, so that will prevent the rust from happening in there on the long term. So I'm really wondering if I'm not going to wait and buy some primer to put in there. Yeah. Because basically, yeah, since I've done welds in there, that's gonna rust. Since I've some bare metal in there, that's gonna rust eventually. So just like it was starting to do in here. So now I could just be brushing everything and basically, yeah, prime that. And then tomorrow, when the primer is gonna be dry, I will be able to brush it all along the edge there and make sure we are all ready to weld. So having like bare metal really on the edge only and not freaking everywhere. Yeah, so I think we're gonna just be brushing that right now because I don't have a primer right now. I need to buy some more. Used everything everywhere, or like everything I had left in here. So I'm gonna buy some proper primer, sealer, and I think we're gonna do that. Let's go, let's keep brushing, and after that I'm gonna go to the store, switch the bottle. I mean, it's almost empty, so might as well change it right away. Then move on to the hardware store, buy some primer, come back here, and since everything's gonna be cleaned, I'm gonna be shooting the primer tonight, which means tomorrow is gonna be dry and we're gonna be able to weld on it. So yeah. That seems like a really good idea. So let's keep going. Loud noise. All right, let's go. Focus, voice. All right, so that's really hard in the shoulders, but that's pretty much done. Like, it doesn't need to be 100% clean, but that's pretty good. Also, other than that, good news of the day, changing the word for the voice to get back on seems like it has fixed the problem we had with the drill or some power tool to turn back on the voice when I'm using them. So GG, front cam. So I think we are done for today. Like I said, I need to grab the primer, so I think I'm gonna go on a shopping tour. Let's go! And oh yeah, basically just go buy more gas for the welder, because we gonna need that, because we have an entire part to do on the other side as well, so we definitely don't have enough stuff to weld for the entire week, which is probably what's going to happen. And also yeah, we're gonna buy some primer. I'm gonna come home tonight and probably just prime it right away, so tomorrow morning, hopefully it's gonna be morning, we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna do the same as today and just go on with like a 4-hour stream instead of doing 2.5 hours, but I might try to do 2 streams tomorrow, because that's technically an hour more of work instead of going on one go. But today, amazing day, like it went super well. Honestly, super proud of the result. I couldn't expect it to turn out better than it is right now, so really happy with that. Nothing to say. So little Datsun making progression, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't know what I was about to say. In fact, I was just grabbing the mouse. I was about to say, like, I think that this side went pretty well. I don't know if that's gonna be the hardest part, because there was a bit of fitment to do. The other side, so it's really more because the fact that we added like the box, the plate on the frame rail, that we might have some fitment issue. We are already aware that we're gonna have to cut the first maybe 4 inches on the part my friend made for us, just because it's not closing on top of the box. It's supposed to be at the same height level as the box, so it won't fit. So we will probably try to go edge to edge, so cut it so that when we are welding, we are blending the welds from the frame rail, we are fixing to the welds of the box we have put in there, which will be pretty amazing and allow us to make something a bit more flat. That will be great. And other than that, yeah, I don't know if that side is gonna be easier or worse than the other side. That's something we will probably find out on Thursday, actually. So, or maybe tomorrow, we'll see. So on that, guys, I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the people and the amazing people who were in here today. Thank you also for those on YouTube who are watching the videos. I appreciate that a lot. So take care. See you tomorrow, guys, 9:30 or around that, because I'm not really good on waking up lately. So love you all. Bye.